Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours. How the hell are you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? We're out. Oh, man. So much happened this morning. My sister went to hospital to get a procedure done. And she was going to have a stent put in. And apparently, they couldn't fix it. So now she has to have heart bypass surgery. She said she's coming home at noon, or around noon. And I don't understand that. I mean, like, if they couldn't fix it, why didn't they just keep her and schedule? I don't. She's got to fill me in later on what's going on. I feel kind of bad too, because we were joking around about all the physical stuff going on between me and her, and I say, well, you know what? Hey, she says, when I croak, you can have my lungs. And I'm like, oh, hey, perfect match. What the hell, But now it's not so funny now, It's like, oh, boy. My. I said, I don't think it works like that. You have to be on a list or something like that and pass all kind of crazy physical stuff. And so, but I'm worried about her, And here's the thing, too. For the longest time, I don't care if I live. Who cares? I don't care. She didn't care about nothing, I finally convinced her, like, look, man, you got a lot of life ahead of you. You just like, come on, you can't quit. Don't ever quit. So I got her turned around a little bit here. But So anyway, she told me before she went in, she was going to have this stent put in. I said, oh, okay, now when you get the stent put in, when are you going to have your knee and your hip replaced? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I pointed at her. I said, see. She said, well, if they're going to make me live longer, I might as well get it done. She's a trip. Oh, my gosh. She's a good woman. I'm telling you what, boy. Amazing. Amazing. So I'll find out later this afternoon what the hell's going on. So anyway, what's going on in Twitter news here? All right, BBC News, World News. Jury finds Ahmaud Arbery killers guilty on federal hate crimes charges. And then Blue Dot says justice has been served. Well, justice wasn't served with that no more tears or fake tears lady police officer that killed that guy. What was it, Duante? I can't remember his name. I got it on here somewhere. Okay, here you go. Top U.S. world. Wow, there's all kind of news happening on here. It's happening on Twitter, see? This is where you get your freaking news, Bombshell investigation reveals that Clarence Thomas is ethically compromised and unfit for SCOTUS. A deep investigation into the political activism of Ginny and Justice Clarence Thomas reveals violations of ethical guidelines and unfitness for Supreme Court. So that was in U.S. and World News. And who brought that to you? Blue Roses brought that to you. And who brought the other one? Blue Dot brought that to you with the BBC News. let's see what's going on. He said, hey, I missed a lot of stuff this morning. I had my sister, okay, and then I have a bad window that I had to put plexiglass on the outside a few years ago. Well, I had to cut a hole in it because it used to have air conditioners instead of whole house air conditioning, right? So anyway, I got whole house air conditioning, took out the air conditioner, but then there was a big hole in the plexiglass. So I had to get another piece of plexiglass and put that in the hole. And I had, that double-sided tape on there and had it all taped up. And it lasted for a few years, And the other day we had that really bad windstorm. It just, oh, God. The winds were so strong, it was blowing snow and packing it on the side of buildings. Actually packing it on the side of buildings when it was straight line winds. And the amazing thing about it, this is really gets me too. The amazing thing about it was that at the same time practically, over in the United Kingdom, they were having the same thing. Gale force winds and all this other crazy shit. So I don't know what was going on with that shit. So, but anyway, that's what I had to fix this morning. And it put me behind. I had double tape and retape it up because we're supposed to get the same thing this afternoon. A lot of wind and rain, and I didn't want that being open like that and flopping around like it was the other day. So I had to fix that. Then I just race around, just race, trying to get shit done, So, oh yeah, we're back here, right? It's Tuesday. It's Junk Mail Tuesday. If you don't know what that is, every Tuesday we get junk mail. I get junk mail. Everybody gets junk mail in the area that I live. And it's hell on the postal workers because they got to carry all that garbage. I remember when I had a paper route, and the Saturday and Sunday paper, especially the Sunday paper, it was just loaded. I mean, loaded with shit. I mean, every one of them papers must have weighed like 5 pounds. They used to have so much shit in them. Every kind of thing you could do. This sports, careers, in Broadway, info, you name it. They had sections for it. And then that was just news, editorials. What else? And then the advertisements. Ads and ads and ads and ads and ads and flyers and flyers and flyers. And then you would get all through that and deliver everything. And then you would get a call. I didn't get my Sunday insert. Which one? I don't know, but it's not like I usually. I'm like, oh my God. Give me a freaking break, lady. Come on. What the hell? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Fox News 1 hour ago. Here's the thing about Fox News. If it has anything political, forget it. I'm not even going to look at it. But the news, the actual plain old news when there's no politics in it at all, they do news. If you can get that. So this is from New York, published yesterday, 1:33 p.m. That was after the news. Danielle Wallace, Rebecca Rosenberg wrote this. Okay, so Elizabeth Howell murders, SUNY, Potsdam cancels classes. Okay. I guess Southern University of New York, I don't know. Potsdam cancels classes, off-campus shooting deemed random act of violence. SUNY Potsdam said school will review security measures after Elizabeth Howell shooting. Classes were canceled Monday at upstate New York's. Oh, so it ain't south. Upstate New York, sunny Potsdam to allow students and faculty time to grieve following the fatal off-campus shooting of 21-year-old college senior Elizabeth Howe. Howe, a music education student at SUNY Potsdam's Crane School of Music, was found lying on the side of College Park Road, just steps off campus, suffering from gunshot wounds before 6 p.m. Friday. She was rushed to Canton Potsdam Hospital, where she was pronounced dead, police said. Michael J. Snow, 31, of Messina, New York, was arrested Saturday afternoon and charged with second-degree murder following an arraignment for a hearing in the town of Potsdam court. He was remanded to St. Lawrence County Jail with no bail. Snow was neither a student nor an employee nor a graduate of the institution. SUNY spokesman Alexandra Jacobs Wilkie confirmed to Fox News Digital. Sorry, folks. Authorities have it's Mangled News, folks. Authorities have released few details of the Okay, now that I got that out of the way. Authorities have released few details about potential motive. A preliminary investigation determined the shooting appeared to be an isolated incident. The St. Lawrence County Sheriff's also said Saturday New York State Police appealed to the public on Sunday for information about anyone who may have spotted Snow or a gray Honda Civic bearing the New York registration KVE 2731 between the hours of 5 and 8 p.m. Friday. So if you want to read the rest of this news, it's on foxnews.com. Elizabeth Howe murder. Boy. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it was a boyfriend or something. I don't know. You got to read the rest of the article. I can't spend it all day on one article. It's just the way shit is. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, boy. This is from the Hill yesterday. I don't know what this is. All eyes on Trump as Timken gains momentum in Ohio. Ohio Senator Rob Portman's Republican endorsement of Republican Senate candidate Jane Timken could alter the dynamics of the state's crowded GOP primary and give Timken a needed boost. Portman, who is retiring Portman, who is retiring next year, on Wednesday offered Timken the race's most high-profile endorsement to date. Timken will likely get access to the senator's vast donor network and campaigner apparatus in the state where Portman is popular. Timken's campaign said it raised $250,000 in the 24 hours after Portman endorsed her. He endorsed her, folks. He endorsed her. This is the most significant thing that has happened in the Senate race, period. End of discussion, said one Republican operative involved in Ohio politics. What's going on with my mouth? Huh? Some strategists also asking if Portman's endorsement could foreshadow a potential endorsement from former President Trump. Oh, my God. So what? And that was on the Hill yesterday. You want to read the rest of the garbage? This was written February 20th at 8 a.m. TheHill.com. All right, let's see here. Damn it. I'm sorry. American Military News. When was this? 2 hours ago? Yep, 2 hours ago. U.S. F-16 spotted carrying live missiles over Eastern Europe, report. A U.S. Air Force F-16 Fighting Falcon from the 555th Fighter Squadron takes off at Aviano Air Base, Italy, December 15, 2020. What? Come on. What's this got to do with... Okay, let's just go with this. And it wasn't 2 hours ago. February 21st, 2022, 12:45. What the hell is this? U.S. Air Force photo. Okay, if that's the photo, is from 2020. This is going to be a long show, folks. I can tell you right now. A pair of F-15 fighter Falcon jets took off from Aviano Air Base in Italy on Saturday and were spotted carrying what is believed to be armed air-to-air missiles as they flew over Eastern Europe. The aviationists first reported on a likely armed fight after aviation photographer Claudio Tramontin took photos of an F-16 taking off from the base carrying AIM 120C DM RAM and AIM 9X air-to-air missiles. Wow. Along with external fuel tanks, the missiles in the photo have visible yellow and brown bands that indicate a live warhead and the live rocket motor respectively. Yellow bands do indeed indicate the presence of high explosives on a munition, while brown bands indicate either a rocket motor or a low explosive component. According to, wow, hey, I didn't know that shit, did you? Now I don't think I'm going to be able to see any of these fighter jets. They're too high. Too high in the sky. So you'd have to be standing right there next watching them take off to see that shit. That's not cool. So hey, you want to read the rest of this? The pair of F-16s reportedly operated over Romania for some time before returning to... How does this guy know that? Reportedly operated over Romania for some time before returning to their base. Or maybe we'll find out. American Military News reached out to Aviano Air Base for confirmation of these reported armed flights, but the Air Force did not respond at the time of this pump. No, they're not going to tell you. Jesus, so we tell the Russians enough through the fucking news. Excuse my language. Oh yeah, it's not a kid show. We're over halfway done, and I have to tell you that. What's this about? This is Forbes. Joe Biden's outdated view on missile defense are a poor match for Putin's resurgent Russia. Oh, yeah? Well, Joe Biden don't control the freaking stuff like that. It's the military. They know what the hell they're doing. President Biden's views on various policy issues are often told have evolved over time. Yeah. That is only fitting for a politician who has spent nearly half a century in public life. However, in one area, nuclear deterrence, Biden's views have changed not at all. He remains a strong supporter of nuclear arms control and a strong opponent of building defenses against nuclear attack by other great powers, meaning mainly Russia. That is precisely the position he took throughout his senatorial career, always backing strategic arm limitation agreements and always opposing efforts to defend against Russian ICBMs. That's bullshit. You know what? He ain't got no control over that. Over the years, he wasn't doing that fucking shit. Excuse my language. The linkage, as he saw it, was that as long as America actively sought to defend itself, Moscow would be incentivized. That word, okay, incentivized to build more missiles in order to overcome U.S. defenses and maintain its nuclear deterrent. I'm losing it, folks. I'm losing it. Being defenseless was never a very satisfying strategy, but Biden saw it as infinitely preferable to a destabilizing arms race. For example, he steadfastly opposed the Bush administration's decision to exit the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty in 2002. Washington exited the treaty anyway, and thus no longer legally constrained in the defenses it can build against missile attacks on its homeland. See? So what? No matter what he says, they did it anyway. However, it is highly unlikely that when the Biden security team completes its ongoing nuclear posture and missile defense reviews, it will ratify the status quo. Lots of long-range warheads, almost no active defenses. I don't know. What happened to the Star Wars program? Reagan? You dead son of a baby. Baby. Oh boy. This guy, he just never quits, man. He's the scammer of all scammers. NBC News yesterday, you can read this. I'm just going to read the headline because I'm sick of this shit. Trump's new app tops downloads in Apple Store. And I hear on here they even have a waiting list. Oh, you have to wait. You have to wait. And somebody was spreading a rumor that they're going to charge people. Now, here's the thing. The Trump people say it's free. Oh, it's free. It's free. Do you know what? How many times on Google I've gone and it says free this, free that, free. And then you click on it and you say, ooh, free trial. You get a free trial, and that's the end of that. Huge protests in Nepal sparked by U.S. offer of $500 million grant with no strings attached. Here we go. All right, this is the Independent yesterday. I think I've heard about some of this stuff. This is the independent.co.uk, February 21st, 2022, 5:48 a.m. Grant is meant to fund infrastructure projects such as electricity transmission lines and improving roads. Violent protests in Nepal against U.S. aid grant. Police in Nepal fired rubber bullets and tear gas at protesters on Sunday as the government presented in Parliament a contentious $500,000 grant from the U.S. The Himalayan state had signed a pact with U.S. fund agency Millennium Challenge Corporation worth $500 million, and that's 368 pounds. 368 million pounds, sorry. We're going to just tell you short there, UK. In 2017 to fund infrastructure projects such as building electricity transmission lines and improving roads. 500 million is that's a freaking drop in a bucket, right? On Sunday, Minister for Communication, well, maybe Nepal is pretty small. On Sunday, Minister for Communication and Information Technology, Gandra Budhardar Karki, try saying that 3 times, tabled the MCC Pact on behalf of Finance Minister Janardan Sharma, but the opposition protested and shouted slogans, reported the Kathmandu Post. Now, I haven't seen that word forever, Kathmandu. They made a song out of it, right? Prime Minister Sherbardartabuz, but the government insisted that the grant will not have to be repaid. You don't have to pay it back. It's a grant. It's not you, Grant. It's just a grant. Oh, boy. Who's you, Grant? He's the guy, that Wolverine guy. Is that? And he sings too? A singing Wolverine? Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. What they come up with nowadays is just freaking beyond me. While tabling the pact, Mr. Karki said that since all other preconditions have been fulfilled, Nepal will benefit from the grant agreement. However, opposition leaders said the pact undermines Nepal's sovereignty, as legislators will not have enough control over the board directing the infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, protesters spilled onto the streets outside the parliament as demonstrators clashed with police. If you want to read the rest of that, that's, huge protests in Nepal, sparked by U.S. offer of $500 million grant with no strings attached, none whatsoever. Okay, so probably not. Nathalie Jacoby wants to know: do you think Trump sold classified information to Russia? Hell yeah. They got 15 boxes. There were really like 17. Yeah. 2 of them boxes are in frickin' Putin's library. Huh? Oh, no. Nathalie Jacoby says again, Tiger Woods will partner up with Trump to design a multi-million-dollar golf course in Dubai. What are your thoughts on that? I wish it was goodbye instead of Dubai. Okay, Cindy M says, I think Tiger Woods is once again making poor decisions. The word selling out comes to mind. How about he bumped his head in that car wreck? Uh-oh. Melissa says, guys, don't freak out, but there are currently 6 Canoe Reeves following me right now. Oh, boy. Here you go. Your love life is described with your first emoji and your 5th. Mine is accurate. He's laughing and putting a palm face. Come on, let's do some shit. Okay, so we're G-Force, Queen of the J-Force, Queen of the G-Force. Let's get this right, Chuck. So, if we move to North Carolina, Glenn can request a death certificate for himself, submit it to collect on his life insurance. We get rich and live happily ever after. Oh, yeah, here you go. You could do an online death certificate request. Huh. The person listed on the death certificate is myself or someone else. I think somebody need to change that webpage. That's an unexpected twist. That's what Helen of Troy says. Jesus Christ. Amy Lynn, hey, Amy. Good morning to everyone who knows that Justin Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny Thomas, founding an alt-right group with Steve Bannon is utterly unacceptable. Man, what the hell is going on with this country? Nathalie wants to know, do you trust President Biden? Duh. Yeah, I think everybody should, right? I don't know. What's this? Mary Serene says, good morning. No, she says, good frozen morning. It's crystal clear, 0 degrees with a minus 18 degree wind chill. I'll bet all of the robins that showed up here over the weekend are questioning that decision. Just me, Marnie, no list, please. And good morning, Mary. Stay warm and safe, my lovely friend. It was free. Hey, it's getting up to 60s today, man. That's why I got my shirt off and all clean pockets out. I got me a new freaking look at that. It's not new, Let's see. There you go. So, I think it's a wolf. It's half of a wolf. It's pretty. I like it. I don't care for the shit on my arms, so I pull them sleeves up. So, I mean, that's bad enough to deal with. You got to wear a shirt all winter and everything else. So, why do I go naked? Will you go naked? Let's go naked. I can't do it on this show. Oh, hey, man, I got 30 seconds you have to deal with me. R.J. Cummings, I read this book over Christmas and now do box breathing in the car and other places when I'm alone to strengthen my sinuses and lungs. I do the 6-second cycle instead of the 4-second cycle. I love it. Very calming, clears the mind, too. I have to look into that. So, hey, man, I had a really great show. I hope you did. I had fun. Jesus. Okay, let me say goodbye to these people, and I'm going to say goodbye to you. Okay, grab the right mouse, you dumbass. Okay, let's do this shit. Let's do this shit and say goodbye. All right, folks, here we go. We got the right one now. Here, let's go. Be careful, man. Don't get that Rona, man. I had a good time. I hope you had a good day. So, let's just do that shit. All right, we'll see you. Have a good day. Goodbye. Have a good day. Mangled.